Hey, it still shows. Hey, it still shows you the offline. I mean, it's going to for a while, but
Yeah.
servers over like what 1,000 people or something. It does not let you see who's offline.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
I can see 21 people offline right now.
How many people are in our server, Adam?
Like 41, 46.
Is that number over 1,000?
Oh, no, that is not. That's what I'm saying.
Right. I was just saying it's good that our server doesn't have over 1,000 people in it, because if it did, then you wouldn't even be able to see people who are offline.
Oh, I misheard that. Sorry. Is it? Um,
All right, looks like we are on air at least.
Now let's move ahead. Now we're moving ahead forward with the Let's Play.
All right.
Maybe our guests will show up. Yeah, we can adjust maybe. They haven't sent any sort of word. They didn't retweet the Twitter thing I sent out, which they usually do. Doesn't look like they've even posted a
Who
few
is it?
days. Thor of Pirate Software.
Okay. It still says it says we're playing Erica.
Oh. Did I hit the wrong thing? Talk. Show and podcasts. And I'll just leave it at episode 26, because if they do show up, I can just put the name in. And if they don't, I'll just name it 80 Days Part 9.
Last post was June 21st.
That's a couple days.
Yep. So.
Alrighty. I think everything is set up on my end, at least.
Everything is set up.
All right. All right. Well, let's do this.
Alright. Gulix, do you have something for the top?
Hadn't really been thinking about it, but yeah.
Alright, count down when ready.
We can begin in 5. Do you want to have the 80s days thing minimized, or?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I totally forgot about that. Alright. Continue.
Okay, we can begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You'd be surprised what you can make out of fragments of silicon.
All right, welcome to another installment of Fragments of Silicon. I'm your host, Adam. Joining me, as always, the regular crew. Let's see, programming notes. Mac is once again not here with us today, though updated from last week. Apparently, his friend did not show up, though he is quote unquote working on projects, whatever that means. Personally, I think he's just lost interest in being on the program for the time being. Like, but that's neither here nor there. Like, but be that as it may, we are apparently having an episode of Last News Desk on Left this week. Just found that out before the show started. Also, it appears our guest is not here. All attempts to contact them have met a wall of silence. It is possible
Unless
that
they
they may.
miraculously show up during a news segment.
Right.
Not unheard
I
of.
mean, yeah, we've actually had. Yeah, last time we had this happen, the guests that we were slated to have, they popped up at the end of the broadcast because they were
Well,
having
yeah, but they had well, it was a combination of technical thing, and I think they forgot that we were on daylight savings time or whatever, even though we
yeah,
were very specific about it.
yeah, there were issues. We don't know what's going on there, so we got the 80 days backup plan running this week. So we might be that as it may. Let's get to the news. Galix, why don't you start us off this week?
Well, this week has been very stressful because we are preparing for me to and my family to go down to Rhode Island for my cousin's wedding this weekend. So I'm off from work tomorrow to pack and make sure take care of any last minute business. Then we'll be spending Friday going down and at rehearsal dinner, Saturday in town, and the wedding is in the evening. And then we'll be heading back up on Sunday, and I may be back in time for reviews, but I can't promise much. And likewise, the amount of time I have remaining to play my game for the week is a little bit low, so my review may be delayed. We'll play that as it goes. I'll try to keep you guys informed about what our schedule is coming back, because my parents have told me nothing about when they think we'll be leaving on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going to preface this right now. We're probably going to do the reviews on Monday, or
Okay.
that review on the yeah, we'll do that on Monday. It's not a big shift. We've done it before.
Yeah, anyway, if I'm here, I can maybe at least join in for your guys' things. I will also be off on Monday because I'm probably going to need a day to recover from this because it's travel and sleeping in another bed, which I'm not great at, and dealing with a non-zero number of people that I don't know. So it sounds like it's going to be stressful. Oh, and I'll also have to wear relatively nice clothes and stuff, so. But it's important for my cousin, and they're important to me, so that's why I'm doing it anyway. And that pretty much has been taking up almost all of my brain space. MS Saga will probably also not be done on Sunday because it's even less likely that I will be back in time for that. But we should resume the week after if we can't do it.
All right.
And
Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, Petty?
I exist.
Sounds fake.
Probably is. So Monday I saw the dermatologist about a mole or something on my head, and they cut it off and sent it to the lab to see what's up with that. They said it looked
Congratulations, you're growing horns.
they said it looked benign, but we're gonna have the lab take a look at it because apparently I just found out a couple weeks ago skin cancer runs in the family.
Oh
So
dear.
yeah,
Hmm.
that's something that would have been nice to know, a few years ago.
Well, how long is that gonna take?
They said like 2 weeks.
Oh, that's potentially nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just been kind of waiting around for that. It seems I have developed I don't know if it's ear infection or a tooth infection or both because it all hurts on the same side. So yeah, but that's been fun dealing with. I currently have a bunch of Oragel and like some, I guess they're like swimmer's ear drops that are supposed to, help dry out your ear and kill any bacteria in there. So hopefully those
Yeah, I guess
start
when it
working
kind of
soon.
hurts inside on the side of your head, it's hard to tell where.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's been annoying because I'm pretty sure if it's an ear infection, it's because I had ear sweat trapped in my ear underneath my earbuds. So that's more than likely what did it. So basically, I'm rolling with one ear tonight. I can still hear out of it, but keeping like headphones or something on it is painful.
Hmm.
So yeah, other than that, we're gonna be seeing about putting a new air conditioner downstairs, so that's gonna be fun. And still kind of just living. I guess next
All right
victim.
then. Well, that would be Twilight.
Yeah. All right. Well, this will be my last show, my last week here. So, there's
We
that.
have a show. We
Hmm?
have a show next week.
Oh, we
So
do?
yeah.
Oh, huh. I see now. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah. Anyway, so, where are we going? So, yeah, not much really going on this week. I was having my neighbors out with a yard sale they were having today, and that's going to be going on up till Friday. They've been successful with it so far. They're trying to empty out their attic full of stuff they've collected over the years. They've got a surprising amount of stuff up there, actually. I'm surprised they managed to get any of it up there. But yeah, been helping them out with that. And it's been interesting. Let's see here. What else? Not really a whole lot else going on for this week, for the past week. Oh yeah, there was Father's Day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I spent some time with my dad last Sunday. It was nice. Though I visit just about every week, so not anything too special. Well, I guess it was kind of, yeah. It was especially special. Um, so there was that, and yeah, just been playing my game for this week, and that's about it.
Okay then. Guess it's my go. Well, let's see. The air conditioning here just broke down a couple of hours ago. Thankfully, maintenance was able to send a repair personage, pretty quickly. So it's back and up and running, but they have to come back in a few days to finish what they started. Apparently, there's some corroded wires, like that have to be dealt with. So
Yeah, so they don't burn the place down.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
right. Outside of that, not much has been going on this week. So that's my news for the week. So onwards to our let's play. Let's see. I'll be honest. I have
We're
very little.
somewhere in South Asia.
Yeah. Oh, it has been probably since the beginning of the season that we played an installment of this. So
This is saying last saved in Hong Kong on day 57.
Okay,
okay,
that's East Asia.
yeah,
So we're
okay,
about to do the hard part.
yes.
Fun fact, the Pacific Ocean, not actually that Pacific.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah.
Oh, right, and Mr. Fogg went on without us at some point.
I think
Because we
so.
pissed him off.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Well,
So
I'd probably scour the docks, but I'm not sure. I forget how we got separated, actually.
Same.
I think it might have been a pirate thing.
could have been like, let's go with scouring the docks.
Mm-hmm. If nothing else, we can find a route onward, because we also don't have one of those. I guess no harm in being optimistic.
I know this could end badly for somebody.
I mean, last I remember, we are still a fucking maniac.
Yeah, that I
So,
do remember.
my spirits leapt or long gone, no doubt.
I'd say long gone.
I'd say my spirits left, but whatever.
I'm not even going to. Wait.
Yoking humming. Well, if we can get to Yokohama.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have any money. That's a problem.
Well, how many items do we have?
I don't know.
I.
Hope it isn't busted because I had to, reload it from the cloud.
No, I think we got robbed or something.
Yeah.
Or Mr. Fogg has the money.
Which would make sense. I mean, there's not a lot of options here. It's either
Yeah,
hotel or
we
store.
got robbed in an opium den. Yeah, we have to go to Oklahoma. Yeah.
Yeah, Yokohama.
Okay, so which one?
Well, I mean,
Alright. I guess it. Oh, it departs tomorrow.
Well, we
So,
can still set the plan for that.
I think it is set. So,
I guess in that case we could hotel or whatever.
yeah,
Or if we don't.
who knows? We might find her shit. Not Beijing, good lord.
well, that was fortuitous.
Well, we still want to go to Yokohama.
Mm.
She's
Oh,
saying tomorrow at 1 p.m. What the fuck?
Maybe it doesn't count it as day until the morning until. Or did you skip it by going to the other screen?
No, I hit hotel, and it plused 1 day.
Who was that?
Hmm.
weird. Cut off there. Anyway,
Everything okay now?
yes, I can hear you.
Hearing is
Now,
good.
so can we depart?
The only place it's letting me go is Beijing,
I
and I
guess we
need
have.
money to go
No,
to
we, we,
Beijing.
we have to go to Yokohama.
Yeah.
So we just have to wait, I guess.
Yeah, we tomorrow at
The
1
thing is,
p.m.
the thing is, it said tomorrow at 1 p.m. what we thought was yesterday.
Hmm.
So I want to at least wait until 1 p.m. to see if that changes.
Uh,
Or we could not.
come on.
Okay, well
Oh,
it's good now.
yeah, I need to hit the depart button. Da, da,
Yeah,
da.
embark.
Oh no! What the hell did we get into?
That seems to be the prevailing question for many of these misadventures.
Who
Okay.
was that?
Always what?
Someone just left and came back again.
Oh.
It wasn't me.
Odd. So
Well, I
we
get.
got. Hmm?
I'm like. I'd say the most pertinent question is where's Fog?
Yeah.
Although, knowing what ship this is just a way to get to that if we chose that. But whatever. I don't think it matters.
Yeah. Currently, Fog is what we think is Mr. Moneybags.
I suppose being on an airship is not the easiest place to wake up from what was presumably a drug-induced stupor that the game did a bad job of abstracting because we missed the first flight or something.
Good God, are we finally coming down from that? Um,
Excuse me.
how's your head?
I'd like to imagine it's tolerable.
Um, so is there an Englishman on board, or what airship is this?
I think what airship, but we don't expect him to be on board, do we?
I don't think
Don't
so.
think so.
Um,
No, we do not.
I'm
Yeah,
afraid.
clearly
Yes,
not.
but clearly not, or am I afraid not?
An Englishman carried. Oh. Well then.
God damn it.
Oh, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was the opium guy, not.
Mm.
Ah.
Oh, that's... Uh-oh.
Okay. So we may have been kidnapped, and we want to apparently inquire about harmonicas.
Mhm.
Yeah,
In fairness, it was more that was what was volunteered about.
I know. It's still not really reflecting the situation, is it?
Mm-hmm. He was bound to come after me, or I could only rely on myself.
If we're talking about fog here,
Yeah.
probably rely on self.
Fog may also be in a ditch by now.
This is very true.
At least this food is At least this ship is a decent one with food and stuff.
Mm.
Deep breath.
Alrighty then, so I guess we go to the hotel.
So many options.
Indeed. Explore. New route discovered. Oh. Oh, that route looks like it's gonna be fun.
I mean, we are getting
On the plus
close-ish.
side, it's a route.
Fair.
Yes.
Um,
Clearly, joining the circus is a good idea.
I mean, it might be our only way.
Ridiculous
I mean,
notion.
we don't have a choice about this. We did do it. Might as well be positive.
Yeah.
Like, and we only have like 2 more weeks before the deadline ends.
Yeah, our chances aren't looking great.
No. The Fog had to get his ass fucking kidnapped.
And no one seemed to need a valet, so I became a performer once more.
This is like epilogue shit, quite frankly.
So, sure, why not? Human period. Swallow fire atop a horse. Dress up as a lady.
I think the human pyramid is probably the safest.
We could be on the bottom of that,
Yeah.
so
There are no good
Yeah,
options
but it doesn't
here.
involve fire. Okay, the plainest.
if you say so. I'd say the safest is dressing up as the lady, quite frankly.
It's up to you.
I'm just like, look, human period, you're either at the bottom and you're liable to get crushed, or you're at the top and you might take a tumble and die from that.
Or the pyramid falls on you.
Yeah, it's like,
Pratfalls are singing.
pratfalls, of course.
Yeah, because we are fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
The hell?
Apparently, he was in Yokohama.
I was abducted, monsieur.
Yeah. Oh, look, he has our money. Well, that was fun.
We got paid by the circus too.
All right, so let's get the fuck out of here because time is a factor.
Fuck, I accidentally hit stay a day. Shit. I may have screwed us.
I mean, we were already a little bit screwed.
Yeah.
Plan. Oh. Oh.
This
Oh, that's a problem.
If we can negotiate to see if they can leave earlier.
Oh. That'd be $7,000.
We have a lot of money.
So do we
I
want to
think
do
we
that?
have. Yes, we do. We don't want any fucking hope of.
Alright, so 2 days by at 3 p.m., so...
And in the meantime, we can see if we can find someone to talk to.
let's see if any of this is actually valuable. Oh,
Well, do we have any other parts of the Urban Traveler set?
Englishman doesn't look like it.
Never mind. When we get to America, we can use the American train timetable to
Since we're not
hopefully.
going to Beijing, I can probably sell the cross.
Yeah.
So I guess we think. I almost
Bank is
wanted.
a bad idea.
I
A
wanted
robbery,
you
monsieur?
Yeah.
The bank is mostly for borrowing money, which we don't actually need to do.
Yeah, but we need to kill time anyway, so. Of course. Sure, why not?
We're supposed to depart in what, 2 days?
Yeah.
Well, 1,500 in 2 days.
No, it might not be ready before we leave. 700 tomorrow.
Thursday.
Okay,
Yeah.
as long as we make it early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to the hotelier. We need as much information as we can, and Mr. Fogg is fine. I think that can also improve. Okay, yeah, well, that did it too, so. I think if you improve your own character, you can get some dialogue options and stuff.
I must repack and iron everything, spend a few hours walking around.
Walk around, please.
Alright, so I can head to the bank at 9, and then we get the hell out of here. Agreed? Agreed.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make it, even if we do actually have 81 days, if you remember the book.
Mm-hmm. Well, one day to find out, or one way to find out, rather.
Mm-hmm.
Because the reason is because we're going east to west, or west to east rather. So we crossed the date line.
Mm-hmm. No. Come on. Do not click on hotel, Jesus.
That would be bad.
That would be
Mhm.
very bad.
All right, the time's getting there.
Anybody got the Jeopardy music?
No, stop.
We tried.
Look, I don't have a soundboard. I just have my own musical talents.
Alrighty.
All right.
Alright, now let's get the fuck out of here. Do. Alrighty.
Well, let's see how this goes.
Yep.
Ship to submarine prototype.
Okay.
I have a
Sure.
bad feeling about this.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm not sure which one of those scares me more. Probably prototype.
Ah, yes. Captained by a severe American named by Vicar, who wore a top hat and crewed and crewed by.
Well, we got to go with top hat.
Sure.
Oh. Oh.
The rumor
These are not
was.
good options. Like, can we burn these and get new options, please?
Let's say she was a Confederate vessel. It's a little bit more tasteful.
That is arguable.
I said
Yeah.
a little.
Hmm. Right. Deleting that from memory.
It's steampunk.
All right. So far, so good.
Yeah, I think waiting is what we can do for now. This is a
Yep.
this is a
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I guess. Yeah, I'd say resigned is the right.
Yeah.
I was not to be so lucky.
Tend to fog or converse.
uh,
Oh no.
one of their
I
number
think
was
conspicuously sounds, well, conspicuous.
copiously.
Copious.
But yes, it does sound conspicuous.
Should we ignore them or
I mean, maybe best to not ignore the guy who's throwing up.
well, let's see what happens. I offered him my secret remedy, my secret rations. As much space as I could give him.
I'm curious as to what Passepartout's secret remedy is.
It's kinda too.
Well, secret remedy.
Ask them about the captain.
Sure.
Well done.
Well, it's something. Oh
Good to
man.
know.
I'm not sure what Passepartout will do if he finds a cheater.
I think I know.
How many people have we nearly killed so far?
One or two, not that many, but like it's weird
More
that it
than
happened twice.
yeah, more than should be expected.
So, we gonna go with one and watch the carnage?
Yes,
Called her out, I'm guessing.
called her out.
It may be many things, but I am not someone who would countenance a cheater. Aw.
It was monstrously unfair.
Yeah.
Sorry you didn't get into her pants.
Aw.
Oh well, it's only slightly deteriorated.
I'll attend to fog.
Too much sky, all that fresh air.
I tried to keep up.
I think impressing them would be more impressive, but if you want.
Let's impress them. Sure, why not?
We are, after all, a circus performer.
Many. Oh,
So, do it again?
no. We're too smart for that.
Uh,
That's nice.
What is?
You know, that they're just getting to work. Like,
Entirely innocently.
an exercise, of course.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Closed
I
my
closed
eyes and
my eyes
listened.
and listened.
Yeah. Oh.
Unable to look away? Or do you think closed my eyes would... I mean, your eyes were already closed.
Oh no, that's not good.
Hmm. Do we want to follow him? Not.
Sure. What's the worst that could happen?
I believe this actually will put us over the deadline by the time we get to San Francisco.
Probably. Felt sense of responsibility or curious about the accident.
Just curious. Hey, you don't know why he fell.
Mhm.
The American minister. I asked my neighbor. It sounds easier than search for the rest of the fucking crew.
Ah,
Uh, oh.
Alice to Dakar.
That's what do they got a fucking Mario warp pipe there? Full.
So we're gonna turn left at Albuquerque. Ah, hey, we went across the date line.
Struck by an unrelated thought.
Mm-hmm. Imagine what might have transpired had we forgotten, which they did in the book, I believe.
Yes, they did.
Mhm.
That was a plot point.
Although it doesn't look like we're going to do that.
No.
Like I said, I think we're going to get to San Francisco about day 80.
No. Adding a ribbon trim.
Sure, why not? Oh.
That's not good.
Indeed.
Neither of these sound like a good option.
I guess rain clattered. That seems better than ship creaked and moaned, or shuddered and moaned. Well, shit.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no. We have fucked up, good lads.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think we're making it. We're taking a.
Yeah. But the beaches, monsieur. But I guess indeed not, sir.
Not if we want to actually sound like we're doing good to go fast, yes.
We must mutiny, holy shit.
Hmm.
I guess we're
This
doing this then?
this escalated quickly.
Indeed.
So agree?
Yes.
Oh no.
A natural charm?
Hmm.
I guess.
Let's roll for initiative.
Yep.
Yes, a 10 to fog.
Neither of these are a good idea.
Gossip and rumor could work, but I don't know. It could also backfire.
I mean, one could also
Mhm.
backfire tremendously.
Yeah, religious.
Oh no, religion would definitely backfire.
Anyway, let's save this for next time. We're getting on in time, so
Alright.
gotta move to the next
Can we
segment.
stop in the middle of a segment?
I should
Yes.
be able to.
Well, it looks like we're getting close to the end of our first playthrough, but this is a game that's good to play through multiple times, so...
Yeah. Just
Alrighty, so I guess you want me to play the transition music?
yes. All right, so welcome to the topic of discussion. This week we are talking about Zelda. Specifically, we are talking about the Oracle games, mainly
We've probably
because
talked about these before, but that's okay.
yeah, it does get a bit fuzzy. Anyway, um, why the Oracle games? Because quite frankly, they could do for a remake. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, not sure if that's gonna happen. See, the thing, well,
These are the ones that were partly done by what, Capcom, right?
they were indeed done by Capcom, specifically Flagship, which was a subsidiary that prior to this, they're the ones who like wrote scenarios for Resident Evil games and other Capcom work. Bit of a leap from that to, being the first outside developer out. Yes,
Aside
I
from,
know these CDI games came beforehand, but we promised to never mention those because they were horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the Oracle games, you know, probably the most underrated Zelda games out there, if
Yeah.
I'm being honest. They certainly don't come up in conversation as much as they should. At least um, Oracle of Seasons, I'd say. Like Oracle of Ages is definitely the more praised of the two. But yeah,
I forget, which one is it that's more fighting and which one is it that's more puzzles?
Oracle of Seasons is the one that's fighty, and the Oracle of Ages is the ones that's puzzly.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Because that was an intentional design decision.
Well, it's also Legend. The Oracle of Seasons retains a lot more of its original DNA because, when we talk about remakes, this was originally supposed to be one.
Yeah, there's a reason that that's the one, I believe, that has of its 8 dungeon bosses, almost all of them are the same as ones in Zelda 1.
I think 6 overall. It's just
Well, Zelda 1 doesn't have a unique boss at every dungeon.
no, or they would recycle, like, say, Gleok, but with more heads. There was two heads, 3 heads, 4 heads.
And
Like,
obviously Ganon is not a boss in the main game.
no. As for, like, I think this is at the later end of one of the timelines. Like,
They are, I think, between Link to the Past and Link's Awakening now, officially.
which is bizarre.
Yeah.
I
But
think, well, no, because Link's Awakening is kind of the end of his maritime adventures on account of the fact that he gets fucking shipwrecked.
right.
So he leaves Hyrule by boat, gets to Labrynna by boat, leaves Labrynna by boat, gets to Holodrum by boat, leaves Holodrum by boat, and then gets fucking shipwrecked.
Mm. Or, the other way around. It depends
Yeah,
on what.
the Oracle games are ambiguous about which one happens in which order.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that
By
is
design.
intentional.
Yep.
Yeah, because the Oracle games do have an overarching plot. Um, in that both what is it, Onyx and Vera, Vela,
Varan.
Baron. There we go. They're actually pawns of Twin Rova.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, you only
yeah,
find any of this out if you do a linked game, in addition to Princess Zelda actually makes some actual appearances in whichever game you do second.
Hmm.
yeah.
But yeah, Onox and Varan are both pawns of Twin Rova who exists at this point for some reason, because they still hadn't decided how timelines work. And anyone who says otherwise is lying. Um, that would somehow lead to the resurrection of Ganon.
Yeah, it's wonky to say the least. Yeah. Um, in truth, it's because outside of it's because the N64 games were the most recent Zelda games. So it was drawing these games were drawing a lot upon that one. Um, Not the first time this has happened.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't be the last time. Um, and also worth noting are the items. In fact, that's probably one of the first things that people will note about the items. Not just like the main gimmick item, though I will say honestly, on paper, the Oracle of Seasons is the more interesting one because it is a rod that controls the seasons
It's
instead
also
of
just a stick, though. All it does is change the seasons when you jump on a stump,
I
and spoilers,
yeah
reflect Varan's blasts back at her, I believe. No,
um
reflect
yeah
Onox's something.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. It's a wand that can control the seasons. It's just because this is a Game Boy game, that's fairly limited. I do think that this is an idea that would have a lot more of a profound effect in a 3D game,
Mm-hmm.
though that would depend on how much they would choose to implement it.
Hmm.
You know, because it would have to be a central gimmick to really get the most out of it. Um, you know, but the Oracle of Ages that has a much more. I know this is weird to say, straightforward time mechanic, but that's mainly because you're jumping between two time periods. Like hint, Zelda's kind of done that thing before.
Hmm.
You know,
I think I mentioned this fairly recently, that if you're in a Zelda game, you got a bit less than a 50% chance of having some kind of time travel.
if not like it's time travel, but it's more like the Dark World mechanic. If I'm being honest, because you jump back past and forth, and it does have the time mechanic added onto it where you do things in the past, it affects the present, but otherwise it's a dual world scenario,
Mm-hmm.
just with time instead of space, or dimensions, however you want to define that. But the things that come up, it's not just the central item, it's the dungeon items that come up, because uh, these are two Zelda games that contain some of the most creative and inventive uh, items in the entire pantheon.
Yeah, the
Uh,
baseline of the items are mostly the ones that were in Link's Awakening, because this game in many ways follows directly on from that in style.
mhm.
And then both games have several items in common, but between the two games, they will upgrade differently. Like,
Yes, yes.
in one game, you get another level of power gloves. In one game, you get a higher level of jumping. You get the Rock's Cape as an upgrade to the Rock's Feather. In one game, you get an upgrade of the, I forget what it's called, the Zora Tail or something, Mermaid Tail, as an upgrade of the flippers. One game you get and they both have, um, since the original name of the series, or the Japanese name, is Seeds of the Mysterious Tree. Both games have trees that grow magical seeds, and there are 5 different kinds of them. And both games give you a thing that it shoots with them, but what it shoots is different in the two games. In one game, you get a regular slingshot that upgrades to a 3-shot slingshot, which is better for combat, I think, mostly. And in the other one, you get a seed shooter that you can shoot on diagonals.
Yeah. And if I'm
Also,
remembering,
one game has the switch hook, and the other game has what was the other, the magnet gloves?
yeah, the magnet gloves, which is probably my favorite item in the Oracle games.
Yes, and I'm sorry, I don't remember which one is which for
Yeah.
most of those things.
I
Also,
mean,
there are some items you can only get if you link up the games together. Most notably, the Big Goron sword.
Also the
yeah.
Master Sword.
Really, I thought you could get the Master Sword. Oh no,
Uh,
the Master Sword is the level 3 sword. The
yep.
Noble Sword, the level 2 sword, you get in each game separately.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And if I'm remembering, and so the conceit around the individual games is you're trying to rescue one of these maidens who are probably reincarnation of the Hyrulean gods or
Yeah,
goddesses.
they're named after the 3 golden goddesses. Din and Ferora, or Din and Nehru, are the titular oracles of seasons and ages, and Ferora is the oracle of secrets and is in charge of this stuff for communicating between games mostly.
Mm.
Yeah,
There's
she
originally
was
going.
originally.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's gonna
Yeah,
be a third game, but they canceled it.
yeah, because it turns out juggling 3 games um, via link cable.
Especially
Uh,
with the bullshit for communicating the completion of various secrets between the two games is already clunky. I cannot imagine how much worse it would be if there was a third game.
well, I mean,
Because all of these have it so that uh you go to you communicate the secret to the other game, which unlocks a thing that lets you get an item. But then after that, you also get a secret code from that game to send back to the first game to also get the item there.
Somewhere I have a notebook with all my passwords in it.
yeah. I mean, you could also do the link cable or what passed for the link cable, the
Mm-hmm.
RR connector. But I'm like, that wasn't always practical.
Yeah, that would
Like,
also involve having a Game Boy Color. 2 Game Boy Colors.
yeah, I mean, not the most ridiculous thing in the world in a post Pokemon world,
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
but it's more you had to have a friend who had a copy of the other game, and that was less of a chance in a Pokemon game. I won't say that these games did terribly. In fact, they did rather well,
Mm.
selling over 2.2 million copies each, if I'm remembering correctly. Which, keep in mind, for a game, for Game Boy games or Game Boy Color games, is fairly impressive. Like, also worth noting, these were rather late stage Game Boy Color games,
Mm-hmm.
released in the year like I think it was fall 2000.
You can tell because there's a special shop in town that you can only get into if you're playing the game on a Game Boy Advance.
Yeah. Though apparently you can access that on a Game Boy Color. Like, it's a whole technical thing.
Yeah, normally anyway.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like it involves like there's a switch on the Game Boy Advance that'll access. And like, I watched a video on it, and the point is, it was late enough where they could have the Game Boy Advance in consideration. Not just a special shop, but a different color palette.
Mm-hmm.
Not really a more advanced color palette, because this wasn't a half step. Like the Game Boy Advance was a true successor to. Yeah, it was. The Game Boy Advance hardware was completely different hardware. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mhm.
the thing of it is, it still had Game Boy/Game Boy Color hardware in it to have 100% backwards compatibility. We covered this. Like, if you've got something that can run all of a thing with no problems, that usually means that it's got the thing in the hardware. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Either
so
that or it's been a very long time.
right, but anyway, if I'm remembering correctly, I do believe that the Oracle games did get a re-release on the Wii U. If I,
They
like,
might have. I
3DS.
don't remember. On the
3DS.
3DS. Yes, now I
Yeah,
remember that.
yeah. It's like, yeah, yeah. It's like, because the Game Boy Color games came to the 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They did not come to the fucking Game Boy Advance games. Did not come to the um 3DS proper. It was only the Ambassador
No, you can
program.
get them regular on the eShop.
Or yeah, no, I'm thinking of Super NES games, but no,
Yeah.
like it was whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but as far as a remake, possible. The thing is, I don't think we know what Grezzo is working on right now. And they were the ones who did the Link's Awakening remake. Um,
Which would be probably the natural thing to use to remake these games, since, as established, they are very similar.
Mm-hmm.
yes, yes, they
Mhm.
are.
Oh, I had almost
That
forgotten. This is a Gacha game. I didn't say that with a T. I said it with an S because that's how they spell it in the game. But the idea is the same.
yeah,
There,
this
there
is
are there are magical rings that you can, or there are magical seeds that you can plant, and they grow into trees over a period of game that you cut down, and then you have a chance of getting, I think, some regular items, or most likely, I think, a magical ring. And the magical rings do all kinds of things, from literally nothing to giving you power-ups, like to make you do more damage or take less damage,
mhm.
or weird things like slowly regenerate health, or throw things further, or let you do your full heart laser sword at slightly less than full hearts,
Mm-hmm.
or or visually transform into certain various enemies, or original Zelda Link. None of those are actually functional. They just, I think enemies don't attack you, but that doesn't help much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's maddening to try to 100% the game, because there are like 50. Oh, there are 64 magic rings apparently, which is kind of a lot.
Yep. Especially when you think about over 2 games.
Yeah. Oh, one of the rings lets you punch while not holding an item, because that sounds useful.
Well, I mean, you never know when you need to chop down a tree.
Hmm.
And yeah, I suppose that's about it. Um,
Yeah, it would be neat if they remade them, especially if they remade them all in one package that has an easier goddamn way of transferring stuff between the linked
Because I don't think
games.
you can use the link system on the 3DS versions.
Yeah, I think you have to use the passwords,
Yup.
which they're not super long, but
As much as you
they're
need to use them, they're long enough to be a problem.
that's the main thing, is that you have to like enter a code in one game, then play in the other game and get the code in that one, and then go back.
Well, all right then. So that'll about do it for this installment of Fragments of Silicon. Sadly, our guest never showed up. Don't know if that's getting rescheduled or whatever. I guess it all depends on them.
Yes, we
In the
will know if
meantime,
we will know when/if we actually hear from them.
yep. In the meantime, as mentioned at the top of the show, we do have an installment of Last News Desk happening at the top of the hour, so in about 15 minutes. No Friday show this week. And let me see here on the Sunday reviews or Monday reviews, or however we're going to handle this. Like, anyway, we'll be having reviews for Vylan, One Escape, Save Me Mr. Taco Definitive Edition, and Beasts of Maravella Island. So that's upcoming, and this will be our final review session of the season. So hooray for that. And right, until next time, I shall wish you good gaming.